Good morning, Monday, November 27th. Amazon flash briefing.
Jamie, here's your flash briefing. In NPR News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. This is the fourth and last day of an agreed-upon pause in fighting between Israel and Hamas militants. Hamas has indicated it wants an extension of the pause. Israeli officials have suggested they're open to the idea, but demand that Hamas continue to release hostages every day. Hamas is supposed to release a group of hostages today, while Israel is supposed to release more Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails. The man accused of shooting three Palestinian college students in Burlington, Vermont over the weekend will be arraigned later this hour. Authorities say they suspect it was a hate crime. NPR's Brian Mann reports family members in the Middle East are scrambling to reach their injured sons.
Elizabeth Price lives in Ramallah, in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Her son, Hishem Awarteni, was one of the three men shot on Saturday. Price says her son was severely injured.
The doctors are currently saying that it's unlikely that he'll be able to move his legs again.
Price says police haven't shared with her family why her son and two other young men were shot. Price says she thought her son would be safer in the U.S., far from the war in Israel and Gaza.
My husband didn't want Hishem to come back for Christmas because he thought America would be safe and safer than Palestine.
The American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee has urged police to investigate this shooting as a hate crime. Brian Mann, NPR News, Tel Aviv.
Later today, President Biden is expected to announce a series of steps to strengthen prescription drug supply chains in the United States. As NPR's Asma Khalid reports, the moves are in response to continued high inflation in the U.S. economy.
The president is convening the first meeting of a White House supply chain council that'll work on building resiliency. The Biden administration says it intends to broaden the use of the Defense Production Act to make more essential medicines in the United States and alleviate drug shortages. The thinking is that supply chain kinks lead to higher costs for consumers. And while fixing supply chains is more of a long-term strategy than an immediate fix to inflation, there has been pressure on Biden to show he's doing
the government,
all
the
he
one that
can
wants to come in
to
and be the
tackle
hero
high
and play both
costs
sides.
at a time
Just
when
like in
many
everything else they
Americans
do.
continue
both
to
sides.
express
Sell the
frustrations with
weapons.
the economy.
Stop
Asma
the people
Khalid,
from using the
NPR
weapons.
News.
The president of online
Then sell weapons to
e-commerce
the other
platform
side. Yeah, play both
Shopify
sides.
is predicting record online sales on this Cyber Monday. Harley Finkelstein says consumers are looking for holiday deals.
It doesn't just stop on Monday. What we have seen historically, and I believe we'll see this again, is those sales, those discounts, those promotions will continue right up until the beginning of Christmas.
Forecasters suggest that consumers could spend $10 billion
You know what that is?
online
Because people
for
ain't
Cyber
spending
Monday.
that during this
And
discount
Wall
time.
Street stocks
Because
are
they don't
lower.
have it.
The Dow Jones Industrials are down 42
That's why
points.
the,
Nasdaq is down 8.
People selling the stuff
This
extend the
is
deals.
NPR. The family
That's a
of former
direct
First
reflection of the
Lady
economy,
Rosalind
by the
Carter
way.
is opening 3 days of memorials for her. Today, Mrs. Carter, the wife of former President Jimmy Carter, will be honored in ceremonies in her home county of Georgia. This evening, her body will lie in repose in the Carter Presidential Library and Museum. Guests are invited to pay respects.
Oh yeah, because I
North
want
Korea
a
is
dead body
beefing
in
up
the
forces
library.
along the
Yeah, that's
demilitarized
where I
zone
want to
that
go.
separates it from South Korea. NPR's Anthony Kuhn reports from Seoul. The North says
Wrong
it
with
is
you
no
people?
longer bound by
Honor
a
somebody
2018 pact with South
Put a dead
Korea
body
to
in a
reduce
library?
military activities along the DMZ.
South Korea's defense ministry released photos that appeared to show North Korean troops rebuilding guard posts and deploying recoilless guns inside the DMZ. Under the 2018 military agreement, guard posts were removed, military drills were halted, and a no-fly zone was established on both sides of the border. South Korea partially pulled out of the pact last week in response to the North's successful launch of its first spy satellite. Since then, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has made several trips to the satellite's Mission Control Center to view recent photos taken by the satellite. They include pictures of the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor and Hickam Air Force Base in Hawaii. Anthony Kuhn, NPR News, Seoul.
Officials with the Merriam-Webster Dictionary say they have named their word of the year. It is authentic. Merriam-Webster officials say there were a lot of searches on the library site for authentic as people looked for information on topics such as artificial intelligence. This is NPR.
Oh yeah, because I'm looking for authentic
NASA
artificial
News.
intelligence.
NASA kicks off its annual
Lies.
Antarctic long-duration balloon
You
campaign
just made
around
that crap
December
up.
1st,
You know what it
which
is.
includes 3 scientific balloon flights planned for launch from the long-duration balloon LDB camp near McMurdo Station, Antarctica. NASA stadium-sized, zero-pressure balloons will support a total of 5 missions on the long-duration flights, with 1 mission vying to break NASA's heavy lift. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson will travel to India and the United Arab Emirates, UAE, for a series of meetings beginning Monday, November 27th, with key government officials. Nelson also will meet with space officials in both countries to deepen bilateral cooperation across a broad range of innovation and research-related areas, especially in human exploration and Module 1, Module 2, Module 3. Engineers will go beyond the ends of the Earth to find more performance for future Mars helicopters. For the first time in history, 2 planets have been home to testing future aircraft designs. On this world, a new rotor that could be used with next-generation Mars helicopters was recently tested at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
Well, they're not going beyond Earth. No.
Artemis
They're
2
using
astronauts view
AI.
SLS core stage at Michoud.
They're not
Artemis
going
2
anywhere. They're
NASA
sitting at home.
astronauts Reed Wiseman and Christina Koch of NASA and CSA, Canadian Space Agency. Astronaut Jeremy Hansen viewed the core stage for the SLS Space Launch System rocket at the agency's Michoud Assembly Facility on November 16th. The 3 astronauts, along with NASA's Victor Glover, will.
We got 3
However,
astronauts. 3 of them
Currently,
going someplace.
in Seattle, it's 35 degrees Fahrenheit with fog. Today, you can expect partly sunny weather, with a high of 45 degrees and a low of 29 degrees.
All right,
From
Amazon. Off.
NASA kicks off
Amazon.
its annual Antarctic.
Off. Amazon. Tell us a joke.
How did the parasite end every email? Warm regards.
Warm regards from a parasite. This is gonna be like, see ya. Nothing to do with no warm regards. Parasite. All right. Well, have a wonderful work week. Hope everything goes well for everyone. Peace, prosper, love, hang loose. Yeah.